Hello everyone, welcome back to Great Broadway Fans YouTube channel. I'm Luke and today I am bringing you a very special video. I hope you all had an amazing holiday season and a wonderful New Year's Eve. And 2017 is finally here. It seems like only yesterday that I just started my Great Broadway Fan YouTube channel all the way back in December of 2015, which is crazy. And if you watched my last update video, I will include a link down in the video description to it. I am ending my Great Movie Fan channel and moving all of the content onto my Great Broadway Fan channel. So I decided that the best way to kick off 2017 with this new take on my channel is that I'm going to post yet again another video discussing my top 17 most anticipated movies of 2017. I know that 2016 as a whole was a little bit rocky. There was a lot of bad things that happened. There were lots of things that were controversial that happened in the news, in the media. But if there was one thing that was a shining beacon of hope, it was theater and movies in 2017, or 2016, excuse me. And I figured that the best way to kick off 2017 would be to talk about the movies that are upcoming this year that I will be reviewing on this channel, so you can look forward to these. So here we go. This is my top 17 list of the most anticipated movies of 2017. All right, I've got my notes here. All right, kicking off at number 17 is Despicable Me 3. Now, I put this at the bottom of the list because even though I really did enjoy Despicable Me 1 and 2, I hated Minions. I thought it was a horrible movie. And I am nervous about going forward because if the same people who make the Despicable Me movies 1 and 2 think that Minions is the same quality just because it made $1 billion worldwide, I hope that they understand that Minions was one of the worst movies that they made despite its box office return. But Gru and company will return. Lucy, who's voiced by Kristen Wiig, plays his newlywed wife. He has his 3 adopted children. Of course, the Minions will be back. And then Trey Parker is playing a 80s supervillain. And the trailers look kind of charming. And so I'm hopeful. But I still put it at the bottom of my list. All right. Number 16 is The Greatest Showman on Earth. Now, this is a Christmas release. And this is Hugh Jackman's passion project. And basically, as a reward for playing Wolverine for so many years over at Fox, they have decided to greenlight his passion project, which is a biographical musical drama of the life of P.T. Barnum, who started Barnum and Bailey's Circus. And I'm really excited about this because I love movie musicals. I think that whenever a movie musical gets to get made in Hollywood, I'm always rooting for it. And this cast is pretty impressive to boot. Other than Hugh Jackman in the lead, we have Zac Efron, Rebecca Ferguson, Michelle Williams, and Zendaya, who will be co-starring alongside with him. And no trailers yet or anything, but I am very excited about this movie. More movie musicals in Hollywood. Make it happen. Number 15, Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk, which is coming out in July, and it is a movie based on the evacuation at Dunkirk during World War II. You've got an all-star cast, Kenneth Branagh, James D'Arcy, Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance, and Harry Styles are all in this film. And it's similar to that of Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, in terms of dark war movies with the potential for Oscar contenders. Although my favorite war movie to date is Hacksaw Ridge, which I reviewed over on my Great Movie Fan channel. It was a superb film. So that's why I'm looking forward to Dunkirk, because I want to see what Christopher Nolan has to say. And the 2 trailers, fantastic. Really, really good. Number 14, Cars 3. Yes, 11 years after the first movie and 6 years after the sequel, Pixar is back again to milk that cash cow that's known as the Cars franchise. But they're going really dark for this one. The teaser trailer shocked the internet with its gritty realness, and from this moment on, everything changes. And of course I'm going to go see it. It's a Pixar movie, for Pete's sake. I love Disney. I love Pixar. Although, with the exception of Up and A Bug's Life, Cars 2 is probably one of the worst Pixar movies that's ever been made. I mean, it's just bad. So the fact that they're going dark for the 3rd movie makes me wonder what they have up their sleeve. And here's hoping that they don't make a 4th one. End it. Bookend it. You're done, Pixar. Go home. All right. And speaking of Pixar, number 13 is Coco. Now, Coco is coming out for Thanksgiving, while Cars 3 is a summer June release. Now, Coco is a return to form for Pixar. It's an original movie that centers around the Mexican holiday Dia de los Muertos. And I did not see Guillermo del Toro's The Book of Life, so I have no knowledge of that movie whatsoever. I know very, very little about this holiday, so the fact that Pixar is willing to go with an ambitious original movie surrounding a holiday that not a lot of the rest of the world, other than Latin America, knows about, is really intriguing. And I can't wait to see what they do with this source material. All right, number 12 is Thor Ragnarok. Now, a little fact about me. You're learning a lot about me. In addition to musical theater, I have lots of different movie genres that I like. I love movies based on true stories. I love animated movies, and I also love comic book movies. And I can't wait for this one. It's Thor and Hulk together. Benedict Cumberbatch will be reprising his role of Doctor Strange for this movie, and Cate Blanchett, along with more movie stars, will be in this film. And I'm very excited about it. No trailers, nothing has been released yet except a couple of concept art, but I'm still excited for it. All right, number 11, Kong Skull Island. I personally loved the 2006 Peter Jackson King Kong movie with Naomi Watts and Jack Black. So when I heard that they were remaking another King Kong movie, I was like, oh my gosh, really, Hollywood? Like, why on earth would you do that? But then the trailers started coming out, and this looks fantastic. It's set in the backdrop of the 1960s and the Vietnam War, and there's Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, John Hamm, and Tom Hiddleston all starring in this movie. And the trailers, go check out the trailers. They are breathtakingly fantastic. Special effects look great, and Kong looks pretty freaking awesome. All right, number 10, and I'm surprised that this one ended up so high, but hear me out on this one, and that's the Power Rangers movie. Now, I have never been a fan of Power Rangers before now. I would always look at the television shows, the line of toys, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But when I saw the trailer for this movie, it immediately grabbed my attention. It was like a modern day version of The Breakfast Club meets superheroes, and all 5 of them develop powers together, and they all have one thing in common. They all have one common goal, and it doesn't look cheesy. It doesn't look ridiculous like I thought it was going to be. It actually looks pretty interesting. And Elizabeth Banks and Bryan Cranston are going to be in this movie, and I'm actually kind of excited. Who knows? It either is going to be really, really good, or it's going to be really, really bad. Okay, and number 9, and I hope that all of you watching this do not lose respect in me, But number 9 is 50 Shades Darker. Now, hear me out on this. I have never read the books that E.L. James wrote for this series and will never read them. But I actually really enjoyed the movie adaptation of 50 Shades of Grey back in 2015. I didn't see it in theaters. I rented it on Netflix because I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what all the fuss is about with this one. And sure enough, it was actually a decent movie. It was not the utter piece of garbage that everybody said that the books were. And I think that the reason why the movie succeeded better is because you actually have professionals that are making a movie that is based on a crappy book, but taking the good parts and then enhancing them to level of cinematic sophistication, if you will. The dopey first-person narrative that Anastasia is speaking throughout the book is removed from the movie, and then you have all that cheesy dialogue cut out so you have more time to focus on the actual characters. And while the sex and the BDSM is frowned upon by most people, I didn't have a problem with it. And I think that the trailers that are out there look fantastic. And this movie is the one that... This is the movie that made me fall in love with Dakota Johnson. And I loved How to Be Single. That was a fantastic movie that came out this past year. And I honestly cannot wait to see what they do further with this franchise. How does... 50 Shades Darker promises to be less BDSM, but more romantic, but also with a little bit of craziness to it with new characters added. Alright, number 8, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, the sequel to the unexpected spy comedy thriller Kingsman: The Secret Service. I love that movie so much. It made it into my video that I posted last year of my top, or 2 years ago actually, for my top 15 best movies of 2015. This is going to take place in America, so it's a new setting with brand new characters with Julianne Moore, Halle Berry, Channing Tatum, and Jeff Bridges. All are coming into this movie, and Taron Egerton and Colin Firth are returning for this movie as well. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. Number 7, SpiderMan Homecoming. I think that anybody who saw Captain America Civil War going away from that movie walked away. I personally didn't like Captain America Civil War all too much, but I really did enjoy the characters of Black Panther and Spider-Man, and both of them are getting their own movies. And sure enough, it's... I'm having a total brain fart right now. Oh my gosh. I can't remember his name. Tom Holland. Oh my gosh. That was a bad brain fart. I literally cannot... I couldn't even remember his name. But Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man. And it's basically... This is Sony's third attempt at a Spider-Man movie. Or a Spider-Man franchise, excuse me. They had Tobey Maguire, they had Andrew Garfield, and while I really enjoyed Andrew Garfield, I'm hopeful for the new one. And also, I really do love that this movie is extremely supportive of colorblind casting. A lot of the characters that exist in Spider-Man's world are predominantly white, and they are going with... Asian, Hispanic, and African-American actors and actresses for a lot of Peter Parker's friends that go to Queens High School with him. And I'm excited about that. Okay, number 6. I can't believe that this movie is getting made, but Murder on the Orient Express. It's coming out for Thanksgiving, and I am a huge Agatha Christie fan. I adore her books. Agatha Christie was the author who inspired me to become a writer myself personally. And while there are already 3 existing film adaptations, only 2 of them are good, one is just awful, I'm still really excited about this remake because this cast, this all-star cast, it's going to be a lavish murder mystery with Hollywood and British talent involved. And it's incredible. I mean, Kenneth Branagh's going to be both directing and starring as Hercule Poirot. But then here are his co-stars. Penelope Cruz, Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Josh Gad, Derek Jacobi, Leslie Odom Jr., Michael Pena, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Daisy Ridley. This cast is blowing my mind that it's so fantastic. I cannot wait for Murder on the Orient Express. Bring it on. I say bring it on, Fox. All right. We've cracked into the top 5. And the number 5 most anticipated movie, in my opinion, of 2017 is the Lego Batman movie. I loved the first Lego movie that came out in 2014. I thought it was robbed for not just the Golden Globe for Best Animated Movie, but it didn't even get nominated for the Oscar for Best Animated Feature when it so deserved it. And while, yes, they are going to make eventually a sequel, a proper sequel to the Lego movie, they're coming out with 2 spin-off movies from the same Warner Brothers Animation studio that are Lego themed. The Ninjago movie, which is coming out around Thanksgiving, did not make this list, but the Lego Batman movie did. Because the trailers just look phenomenal. Who doesn't love Batman? And Will Arnett, he was one of the best parts of the Lego movie when he voiced Batman. And this cast as well. I mean, Murder on the Orient Express has a great cast, so does the Lego Batman movie. You have Zach Galifianakis playing the Joker, Michael Cera as Robin, Rosario Dawson as Barbara Gordon / Batgirl, Ray Fiennes as Alfred, and Jenny Slate as Harley Quinn. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Lego Batman movie. Go watch the trailers if you haven't already seen it. It's absolutely hysterical. All right. The next 2 movies both belong to DC and Warner Brothers. And I had a really hard time picking which one would go above them for the 4 and the 3 spot. But the number 4 spot goes to Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. She was probably the best part of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I love that movie thoroughly. I love Batman v Superman. And Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman was probably the best part of the whole movie. I can't wait to see this. It is set in World War I, so around 1914, 1915 in Europe. This is the origin story movie for Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. So we've already been introduced to her in Batman v Superman, and now we're getting a proper origin story movie for her version of Wonder Woman. The trailers look gorgeous. As I said, Chris Pine co-stars, so does Robin Wright. And it's going to be action-packed. It's going to be a period piece. And I love it. I love it already. Cannot wait. So then the number 3 spot had to go to Justice League. I mean, this is what we've been building up to. From Man of Steel to Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman has been leading up to the Justice League movie. And while Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Suicide Squad have gotten mixed response from critics and fans, I've enjoyed all of those movies. I don't have a problem with any of them. I absolutely love all 3 of those films. The Comic-Con trailer that was leaked looked fantastic. I mean, you've got not only Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot returning to reprise their roles as Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman respectively, but we've also got Cyborg, The Flash, Aquaman, and rumors that the Green Lantern and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Jared Leto's Joker will be making appearances in this movie. I haven't heard anything about the casting for this new Green Lantern, but Harley Quinn and Joker, oh my gosh, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm so excited. All right. Number 2, what is the runner-up for the most anticipated movie of 2017? Star Wars Episode 8. Oh my gosh, after The Force Awakens and Rogue One, the anticipation is killing me. I love what Disney has done with the Star Wars brand. And finally, all the questions that will be answered in Episode 8 that we had at the end of Episode 7, I mean, it's going to be amazing. We're going to finally figure out what Luke is doing in this new franchise, who Rey is, what happens to the First Order after the Starkiller base blows up. Everybody's returning for this movie, with the exception, of course, of Harrison Ford, who was written out of the franchise. But also, this is going to be a little bit touchy for us fans to watch, because this was one of the last movies that Carrie Fisher worked on before her tragic passing just back in December, a couple days after Christmas. Disney announced that, yes, the movie was completed with her in it, and they had every intention of bringing her back for Episode 9, but they will respectively... they are not going to rewrite Episode 8 or reshoot it, but they're going to end her character's story in Episode 9 somehow. And if we saw Rogue One, we know that they have the technology to be able to do that. And I can't wait to see this movie. I love Star Wars. We miss you, Carrie Fisher, and we can't wait to see what you did with this movie. So, a little bit of sad, but... I think you probably guessed it when you clicked onto this video with me, but my number one most anticipated movie of 2017 is Beauty and the Beast. I mean, if you watched my video that I posted about the top 13 Disney princess movies, Beauty and the Beast hit the number one spot. I absolutely adore this film. I have loved this movie since I was 6 years old, and the fact that 25 years after the original came out, they are remaking it in a live-action format, full musical, with all of the original songs plus 3 brand new ones. And the Disney magic that they're able to do with their live-action fairy tales is astounding to behold. Not to mention this all-star cast. I mean, you've got Emma Watson, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Josh Gad, Ewan McGregor, Ian McKellen, Audra McDonald, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Stanley Tucci, and Emma Thompson. I am speechless. And actually, January 1st, 2017 marks exactly 75 days before the release of Beauty and the Beast. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video with me. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Leave in the comments down below, what movies are you looking forward to seeing in 2017? What did I not include on this list? And I hope that all of you who have been subscribed to this channel for my theater content will stay and enjoy my movie-related content. So thank you so much for watching. Social media links are down in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.